Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Well, actually, we're going to be talking about Squadron 42. It's time for your Squadron 42 update. We've had a new newsletter from CIG. This one's a bit meatier and more interesting than previous ones. We're also going to give you a bit of an update on what's going on with Squadron, what the release date and stuff like that is. Well, I mean, I say release date, release year. It's within 18 months now. They've said Squadron 42 and reiterated in this newsletter, launching 2026, so within 18 months. It's no longer 2 years away perpetually, this game. So let's jump into the newsletter and give a bit of extra context where appropriate. Although much is known of the accolades of our proud 42nd Squadron, inside intel of these history-making achievements has been for military eyes only until now. The 42nd Squadron made their mark during the Battle of Fort Centauri, a standoff which ultimately concluded the Second Tavaran War, when, under the leadership of Captain Alexandra Dunleavy, they feigned a retreat in order to form an ambush of the Tavaran fleet. This tactical maneuver undoubtedly led to the UEEN's victory, and is still studied by new recruits and military personnel to this day. Join us as Invictus 2955 comes to an end in celebrating not only our serving fleet, but also commemorating the ships, crew, and lives of some of the UEE's finest, the 42nd Squadron. What better time than the close of Invictus to appreciate the spacecrafts that helped serve and protect the decorated 42nd Squadron? You've heard the names Gladius, Sabre, Retaliator, F8, and F7X. Now it's time to look beyond the legends and into the lives of these warbirds with never seen before photographs of these heroes in action, downloadable as wallpapers for any device. So I really like this because there is a wad of interesting wallpapers and screenshots, which for me are the basis of thumbnails and content. It's tangible content here. This to me also suggests that they're finished with the exteriors of these ships 100%. So there are a load of Squadron 42 ships that they've basically showing off in this photo album, from the UEES Stanton Idris M frigate, the one that you'll spend some of your time on, oddly, during Squadron 42. But also they showed off Gladius and F8 and Retaliators from the 42nd Squadron. So yeah, these are in their military Squadron 42 paint schemes, and have any variations that they might have for that. Interestingly for me, it shows off one of the new Hornets, or special ones, first seen in the Squadron 42 demo at CitizenCon 2024 and used by Cal Mason in the titular Squadron 42. It's the F7X. It looks like it has two smaller engines when compared to the F7A, and it does look like it's a Mark II Hornet. We will see the F7X more in Squadron 42, but also it may well turn up in the Persistent Universe for Star Citizen in the future, potentially as like a reward for completing it or something. We'll have to wait and see. Meet the crew. So there was a cool little section here meeting Phil Declan, Chief Petty Officer on the UES Grigori, which was the RSI Bangle carrier that Admiral Bishop used as his flagship, which we again saw at the CitizenCon 2024 demo. According to many, Phil Declan didn't sign up for the Navy. He fell out of a ship engine onto the deck, grabbed a wrench and got to work. Building off a career that sprawled over 30 years, Declan's worked on every fighter in the fleet to become a walking encyclopedia of parts, weapons, engines and armor. As more and more mechanics turned to him for his expansive knowledge, he grew into a natural position of authority, eventually earning Chief Petty Officer and assuming the celebrated role of Krugari Pit Chief. He may love nothing more than the thrum of a busy flight deck, but will always make time for his crew and flight officers alike to talk about the simple joys of flying. Really cool. Really like they're doing stuff like this. I want to get to know some of the cast and crew of Squadron 42 and their characters. I think that's cool. They also included a 6-minute soundtrack of the immersive soundscape of the Grigori, which you may have been hearing a clip of, or be hearing a clip now, or about to hear a clip. I don't know how Zin's going to edit this, but we'll see. Thank you, Zin, for all your hard work in editing this video and others. Close your eyes and step onto the bridge of the illustrious UEES Grigori. I've said that ship different every time. Whilst visual on-board footage of all capital ships is prohibited for security purposes, the UEN is excited to present a recording from aboard the Grigori flight deck. Bring the gravitas of Admiral Ernest Bishop, the bustle of his crew, and the electric atmosphere of a capital legend onto your ship and stir your imagination. I really like silly stuff like that. I think it's kind of cool. For those of you that are subbed to the Squadron 42 newsletter, you can actually also get yourself an Invictus Fleet Week souvenir coin for in-game use, sort of like for display or whatever. I believe you can actually grab these even if you sign up to the newsletter now, so it's a way that CIG are trying to get you to sign up to the newsletter. I'll put a link down to the newsletter below so you can grab that if you are already a subscriber, or if you have newly subscribed to that newsletter. So yeah, that was basically what we had from the Squadron 42 newsletter this time around. They're doing them every 2 months at the moment, and they are going to start to do a traditional advertising campaign, I believe. As far as we are aware, and according to that newsletter, this game, Squadron 42 Episode 1, is going to be launching in 2026. Squadron 42 is still not available to purchase on the Roberts Space Industries website. That went away around 2 years ago. Being able to purchase that still hasn't returned. Don't know how much it's going to be when it returns either, but I am expecting it to start to go on sale at CitizenCon this year, so around October time is my expectation. There's a new referral ladder for Star Citizen, the Persistent Universe, starting the 1st of July. And this basically means that if someone signs up to Star Citizen with your referral code and then later buy something, you get like a recruit point, and this will earn you rewards. And there's a new one for that, which also will be including Squadron 42 rewards, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. I'm assuming Squadron 42-esque rewards for the Persistent Universe, or maybe even a Squadron 42 game package or something like that. We did also see recently CIG advertising jobs-wise for a cinematic animator and some other roles, and within that role they said ideally they'd have experience with console or next-gen consoles. So that's interesting because it looks like, and was implied in a few other Bar Citizens and a couple of other rumours, that Squadron 42 at least might be coming to the console. I say the console, consoles. This is very much unconfirmed, so just bear that in mind. Some other bits and bobs, the Idris P and Idris M was released. So this is a big frigate. You're going to be spending a lot of your time in Squadron 42 on one of the Idris M's. But basically, originally CIG, or relatively recently, CIG had said, yeah, with the Idris, we'll be releasing it when Squadron 42's released. And then the Javelin, a little bit after that. Obviously, stuff has changed. CIG being able to bring the Idris P and M into game earlier than that. Could we see more releases come before Squadron 42's release of things like the Javelin, the updated Vandal scythes and blades and that sort of stuff? It is possible. With that in mind as well, CIG have been working on getting engineering out, which may be going to the tech preview in sort of like June, July time. But they've also been working on loads of ship balance stuff, various capital ship updates, including stuff that they've got in recently with handling ship mass and ramming differently, making capital ships feel a lot heavier and tankier, making their turrets more powerful. There's still a way to go. Some of this is much more Persistent Universe focused than Squadron focused, admittedly, but it is all sort of the same engine, same ships, and that sort of jazz. Some other little Squadron 42 bits in a relatively recent Beijing Bar Citizen. They said, well, CIG said that there will be a mysterious small ship reward for completing Squadron 42 for use in the Persistent Universe. CIG have also previously said various military gear, the F8 Lightning, and some more stuff would be available in the Persistent Universe for players that had got to a certain point of Squadron 42 or completed or whatever. This is also true of citizenship for the Persistent Universe, which gives you various perks in-game with the UEE and like lawful locations and services. There is no Pegasus capital ship in Squadron 42 Episode 1. The Vandal Cleaver is not going to be flyable. Be interesting to see how much that actually appears in Persistent Universe / Squadron 42. Maelstrom is apparently full speed ahead for Squadron, so 70% of Squadron 42 ships have that Maelstrom destruction system implemented. So this is the way ships will sort of like explode and break apart, and the sort of physicalized damage altogether. Weight and mass is calculated through that as well. And the Persistent Universe will sort of start to get Maelstrom added to it in the future. I think they're doing with engineering the Persistent Universe a data-driven armor system, which is going to put them in a good state for when they actually add Maelstrom, but isn't the Maelstrom armor system. I also saw CIG mention something about Vulcan as well, and graphics updates. Squadron 42 has been using Vulcan by default and it's going pretty well, but has uncovered various stability issues that have been fixed. Our focus has been on polishing various major graphical features required for both projects, and we're about to move on to a large and long overdue optimization push. Moving code between the projects, fully testing and stabilizing it for public release can take many weeks and often months if the feature set is large. This has been happening in parallel to the above polish and optimization, but finding and fixing bugs is always unpredictable, so I don't get stuck into giving predictions or frequent updates, but we're hoping there will be news on this front before long. Don't ask me to define that. So basically, asking where sort of Vulcan is in regards to Persistent Universe and Squadron 42, and when we can expect to have Vulcan out of beta in the Persistent Universe, all that sort of jazz. Boom! That's it for your Squadron 42 updates this time. We'll be covering Squadron 42 every time we get sort of more information on it. I'm super excited for it. We're going to be getting it in 2026, I hope. CIG are very much gearing up for a release of that game. I'm super interested. Are you excited for Squadron 42? Are you more into Squadron than you are Star Citizen, or are you more into Star Citizen than you are Squadron 42? Are you still going to play Squadron 42 just to get the unlocks? Are you super excited about both? Do you think Squadron 42 will have a 2026 release date? And if so, do you think it's going to be by the end of the year, or do you think it's going to be in the middle of the year? What do you reckon? I'd love to hear what you reckon. Also, I reckon you should get some NordVPN, nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, or use the links below. Big discounts on NordVPN. I use NordVPN, and you might want to use it for better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. Also, for the next few days, Tobii Eye Trackers are on sale. Oh, I love using my eyes. I suspect Tobii Eye Tracker will probably be supported by Squadron 42, but it's definitely supported by Star Citizen natively. Use the links below. Bam! May is about fleets, lots of dogfighting, flying with friends, and once again we've partnered with the Lunar Wolves, a Star Citizen organization looking for recruits. Maybe you might be an appropriate fit. You can check the recruitment page for them down below. But we're giving away a fleet of ships. Commenting on any of my videos during the month of May gets lots of different lucky winners. The chance to win a Constellation Andromeda, a F7C Super Hornet Mark II, a Redeemer, and a Cutlass Black. Each winner will win one of those, courtesy of the Lunar Wolves. But wait, there is more. The Lunar Wolves are also giving away an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance to one of their new recruits. Winners of that particular ship will be selected randomly from eligible org signups, but the rest of those ships, they're given away on my channel entirely, so you just need to comment on any of my videos to be in for a chance of winning. Lunar Wolves welcome all who share their passion for adventure and love of Star Citizen, and you can find out more about them on the lunarwolves.org webpage as well. If you would like to further support the channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that sort of good stuff. We've got join buttons under videos that help support the channel as well. You get some exclusive videos that are going out now. They've got Patreon, which basically does the same. We make daily Star Citizen content here, and that's partly due to the people that go the extra mile and help out the channel. I hope you have a fantastic May, a fantastic Fleet Week, and a great Star Citizen Alpha 4.1.1 experience.